Namaste. So I'm going to continue uh, from the previous question in the last video. The video was getting too long and the question was long, so I stopped. Alright, so without polarity, derived from free will, there is only the unity of love and light, and no choice to experience other than that. So we were to be the catalyst for change, in order to provide that choice, thus bringing polarity. Yahweh agreed that we would introduce the concept of free will to Earth's inhabitants by offering them an initial choice as to whether they wanted it or not. Hence the tree of knowledge of good and evil, or more accurately, the knowledge of polarity of positive or negative. Yahweh takes his inhabitants to the new garden and tells them you can do anything you like except this one thing, thus creating the desire to do the one thing they are told they cannot. Hence a choice. We provide the catalyst by telling them the benefits of attaining knowledge. They eat from the tree, and the rest is history. Yahweh thought his children would still choose to obey him, and when he discovered they didn't, he became angry. As he himself describes in his scriptures, he is a jealous God, and he did not like it that his children had chose to disobey him and follow our advice. We're already committed to being here for a predefined set of cycles to help provide the catalyst for human evolution, namely by offering you the negative option, or that which you choose to call evil. Now that free will has been granted, Yahweh cannot retract it, and we have to stay here as contracted to continue to provide the planet with the polarity choice. Since then, Yahweh has confined us as a soul group here within the Earth's astral planes, which is very constricting and uncomfortable for a being of our wisdom and experience. The Council of Elders gave us the choice to be released against Yahweh's will, but at the cancellation of our contract to serve the planet Earth, or to remain and fulfill our assignment and endure Yahweh's self-proclaimed wrath. We stayed, but as karmic results of our group soul's confinement by Yahweh, our own individuated souls were given the mandate by the Council to rule over Yahweh's people during our physical incarnations here on your planet. Let's be clear about one thing though. All of this life, physical life and incarnation, is a very intricate and skillfully designed game, whereby the one infinite creator plays the game of forgetting who it is, so that it can remember and in doing so experience and know itself as a creator. All the way down to us tiny individuated sparks of all that is. Off stage and between lives, 0 point time antimatter universe, as incarnated human beings, we, all of us, you as souls, are great friends, brothers and sisters in the one. Between lives, we all have a great laugh about the parts we have performed in the play, and look forward to and have great fun preparing the next chapters to act out. I hope that during the above answer, I have also adequately covered your question on what is our interpretation of good versus evil. That's that. Alright, question. Can you elaborate on the coming harvest, and what exactly do you mean by harvest? I can. I will combine my answer to you with my reply to the following question. Question. Is 2002 harvest time? When you speak of the harvest, it has echoes of chaos gnosticism. Said that wrong. In the sense that we are divine souls trapped in the physical world, continuously reincarnated into flesh until the time that we reach such a level of spiritual gnosis, whatever, that we are able to avoid being reincarnated in our next cycle. Is this the foundation of your belief? Answer by hidden hand. Another excellent and very insightful question. Thank you. The higher the quality of the question and the more depth I can give my answer. It all has to do with the laws of confusion and free will. Yes, the noonday winter solstice sun of December 21st, 2012 is the time when the Lord of the harvest shall return. You might know him as Nibiru. I know that's a star, like a star area. So, read up on the Mayan prophecies and the calendrical events for more detail upon how the actual galactic and universal cycles work. The travelers who gave them this information were the same ones who visited the civilization of Atlantis. The Mayans used that information by creating with the positive vibration of the polarity. The Atlanteans opted for the negative. Yes, to answer your question, there is much truth in some of the ancient ancient texts, though there are also distortions. The information is not pure, it came through many filters. You are indeed what you call divine souls. You are sparks or seeds of the one infinite creator. You are life itself. Remembering and learning who you really are, which is why they came here to do this, and currently are trapped, more accurately quarantined, within the matter of this planet we call Earth. You can thank your creator Yahweh for that. You are the offspring or individuations of his soul group or social memory complex. Macrocosmically speaking, you are Yahweh. The karmic effect of his imprisoning us in his astral planes also has an impact on you. I cannot be more specific on this without impinging on the law of confusion. You must work it out for yourselves. As for the question of can I elaborate on the coming harvest, yes, I shall do so now. Your planet abides by the laws of creation of your galactic logos. The galaxy runs on cycles of time known as the precession of the equinoxes. So equinoxes and solstices are when the seasons change. So next coming one is June 21st for summer. As I said, seek the Mayan calendar for a deeper insight as to how the galaxy runs. It's highly accurate. But for the purpose of this discourse, I will give a brief overview. The Maya use an astrological cycle called the Precession of the Equinoxes. This is a 26,000 year cycle in which Earth transits through each of the 12 signs of the zodiac for about 2,152 years each. Each of these astrological ages represents 1 month of the grand cosmic year. This Mayan cycle also corresponds to a 26,000 year relationship of the Sun orbiting Alcyon. The central sun of our seven sisters, which is the central sun of our seven sisters, Pleiades constellation. The end of this cycle heralds literally a new world age and a new creation, a new heaven and a new earth, and is the time of the great harvest. Smaller cycles yield a harvest, and then life continues on the planet is normal. Great cycles yield a great harvest and the end of current life on the third density. See it as a kind of cosmic jet wash and a deep clean, while the planet takes a rest and regenerates herself. When this life cycle ends, all things will pass away and all things shall be made new. Collectively, humanity right now is growing and developing into the beings you have long been encoded to be. Yet, as with any labor, it's not the mother or baby who is in charge. It's the primal process of birth itself, unfolding its own destiny. So December 21st, 2012 is not the day where all of a sudden the lights go out and everything will suddenly change. Rather, we are now, before December 2012, because this is in 2008, we are now in the process of this transition from one world age to the next. The changes are underway and will continue steadily accelerating as we head towards the culminating date. The 26,000 year cycle is composed of 5 lesser cycles, each of which are 5,125 years in duration. Each of these 5 cycles is considered its own world age or creation cycle. Our present great cycle, which is 3,113 BC to 2012 AD, is called the Age of the Fifth Sun. The fifth age is the synthesis of the previous 4. The initial date of the Earth entered the fifth world was the Earth entered the fifth world was August 13th, 3113 BC, written in Mayan long count notation as 13.0.0.0.0.0. To help you understand this notation, 13 equals Baktuns, 0 equals Katuns, and the second 0 tunes, and the third Weanals, and the fourth Katun. No, the fourth tune. Oh, there's more. "20 Katuns equals 1 Baktun. A Baktun is 5,125 years. Every day from that point is reckoned by the number of days passed since the event of this cosmic beginning point. Within the 5,125 years cycle lies 13 smaller cycles known as the 13 Baktun count, or the long count. Each Baktun cycle lasts for 394 years, or 144,000 days. Each Baktun has its own historical age within the great creation cycle, with a specific destiny for the evolution of those who incarnated in each Baktun. Planet Earth and her inhabitants are currently traveling through the 13th Baktun Cycle, the final period of 1618 to 2012. Yeah. This cycle is known both as the triumph of materialism and the transformation of matter. On 13.0.0.0.0, the December solstice sun will be found in the band of the Milky Way directly in the position of the dark rift in the galaxy, forming an alignment between the galactic plane and the solstice meridian. We are about to enter into a literal alignment of the cosmic, galactic, solar, and lunar planes. This is an event that has slowly converged over a period of 1,000 years and is caused by the precession of the equinoxes. Kind of like the turning of the universal gears, it brings about the great harvest and the return of the Lord of the harvest. The planet will complete its ascension to the fourth density, the vibrational density of love. During this ascension, there will be a three-way split for the souls inhabiting Earth. Those of the predominantly negative polarity will accompany us as we graduate through the negative or service to self harvest. We, Lucifer, will create a new fourth density Earth based on the negative self-service polarity. We must work off our own part of the negative karmic effect incurred from all the negativity created on this planet. Once we've done so, we will be released to once again assume our place as sixth density guardians and teachers of wisdom throughout the galaxy. Those of the predominantly positive polarity, love and light, will ascend to a beautiful new fourth density Earth, where you will begin to work upon your learning and demonstrating of love and compassion. It will be a very beautiful and golden age. The fourth density begins to open you up to your true powers as a unique, individualized aspect of the one infinite creator. You will perform works and wonders of the like that the one you called Jesus promised you would do, and even greater things than these. It will be a very magical time for you. For the majority of humans on Earth who could be considered, shall we say, lukewarm, they will experience a period of of 0 point time, where you will feel totally at one with the Creator, giving you an encouraging reminder and a glimpse of who you really are before the veil of forgiveness once again descends upon you, and you will be transported to another third density planet, a kind of Earth replica, to continue working upon yourselves and learning that life here is all about making choices. You will remain quarantined, incarnating in third density matter until the time of the next harvest, in which time you will need to have proved yourselves that you have learned how to become more positive beings, focus more upon being of service to others rather than seeking only to serve yourself. When you can do this and the next harvest comes, you will have earned the right to join us and enjoy your inheritance as a member of the galactic community, and you will sit with us as brothers and sisters of the One around the table of our galactic governing body, the Confederation of the Planets. Well, I have imparted much during this session with thanks to the quality of your inquiries, and I must now leave for today. If you have further questions on the harvest you wish me to speak on in more detail, if you ask, I can answer. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Question. A lot of you write... Question. A lot of what you write seems reminiscent of the raw material, especially the concept of the harvest. STS and STO choices and intelligent infinity. Have you read that? Hidden Hand answer. It is indeed extremely similar. We both originate from the source of the infinite creator, and we both remember where we come from. I would expect our messages to contain the same core truths. The messages of the sixth density soul group Ra is the most accurate information in your mainstream circulation at this point in time. It's approximately 85 to 90% accurate from what I've seen. The material was brought to my attention when it first came out, something like 25 years ago or so, if memory serves. I read a lot of it, but not all. I don't have very much free time for that kind of thing with my many duties, though others of the family gave it a close scrutiny to judge its accuracy and were very pleased with the end product. Ra, in fact, is the group I earlier termed off-world entities, of which visited the Mayan and Atlantean civilizations. We are acquainted and friends. Both our group's souls are at a very similar level of development and evolution. Both sixth density near seventh, But like us, Ra also chose the path of service to our fellow galactic brothers and sisters, us, instead of further progression at home. We would recommend that material for any who truly seek understanding, though, as I said, it's not 100% accurate, so take what resonates. Question: what function, if any, do alien abductions have? Why are abductees chosen? Hidden Hand answer: that depends on who is doing the abducting. Most of what you hear termed as abductions are conducted by your own governments, especially the ones where the so-called Greys are involved. Other than that, sometimes the Confederation will meet with certain incarnates here who have a part to play in the awakening others to the coming harvest. These will always be positive experiences, and those who have them will feel uplifted and inspired by their contact. Then there is the Orion Empire group. Their purpose in visiting you are more along the negative lines. They mainly target the ones you have called light workers. They try to put them off their assignment and try to spread fear. They will not actually harm you physically. Mainly their modus operandi is to restrict you and deflect you from your path. They often engage in psychic attacks that the light worker is unaware of, but it does often drain away much of their energy and make them lack motivation. Alright, so the next question is, why do you want a negative harvest? And I'd love to get into that right now, but time is limited. Namaste.